and I had to stop the guy driving on because I saw that the steel wheels were hitting my trailer, and what looks like a shop supervisor from there says, "Oh, don't worry about it." I said, "What do you mean don't worry about it? Like it's hitting my trailer, right? You know, and those wheels, it's like real railroad wheels, you know, with that edge, right? And then next to them, as you will see in a second, they have these I don't know what they call them, like spinners, something with, you know, pretty sharp edges, and they just didn't want them to you know, to damage my trailer. But eventually you will see me after this walking around the trailer, and that's already at the Iloka Fontaine dealer. Well, I'm loaded, but we have a problem. I'm actually now at I already left the shipper. This is kind of like the same size, probably even bigger than hail trailer. So this is Iloka trailer dealer, because they are a Fontaine dealer. And why I need a Fontaine dealer is because I need this part. Basically what happened is I discovered it yesterday. See this this shock, right? It has this space over here, and this bolt goes all the way through, and there's a nut and another spacer on the other side, and over here it basically broke off. See, it broke off, and now that's, and the spacer is missing, and it was hanging like this, you know, and so I took it off so I don't get a ticket, and at the first opportunity. And basically it's not, they don't have to drill it out, because the other part over there, it's a nut, so they can screw it from that side. And then I asked him to, I said I wanted to unscrew this one and inspect the spacer and the bolt, make sure they're not cracked, because clearly there was a lot of some kind of a shock, you know, going through here. I don't know when it happened, but you know, I was just raising this axle in Nepani when, like, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, and I was crawling around here, so I'm thinking I would have noticed the, you know, loose shock, because I was working with these chains, so I was right here. So I think it happened sometimes I was driving, you know, empty towards the shipper. But that's what this is what it is. Very nice machine, but I did this one before. I'll post a link in the back, but basically the one I had, the one I moved before, had a magnet in here, and I was joking that was a mosquito killer machine. If you remember, this one just has a hook, but it's a railroad special loader. So you see it has two sets of wheels, one regular tires, and then it has this, and I'm not sure what this is for, but anyway, I put a bunch of chains on it because it turns out the brakes, the parking brakes, were pretty bad. So basically this thing came from Canada. It belongs to somebody in Canada, and they sent it down here to this company that makes them. This is a Swingmaster. You see, Swingmaster 360. So they sent it here for a complete, you know, refurbishment, and everything is, you see, nicely painted, but fuel tank, but I don't know what year this is, but you see, Swingmaster Corporation, Franklin Park, Illinois. But basically they cannot work on it now. They're gonna work on it tomorrow, and so they want me to drop the trailer, and they don't have they don't have hydraulic, right? So they want me to drop the trailer in a way so that they can hook to it, you know. And that's why I'm gonna put some boards in here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get them out, but somehow I need to get them out. And so I think the trailer is still on warranty, right? But I don't think they would cover this because it's clearly, you know, kind of like damage, right? Maybe it happened when I had that tank, you know, that fuel tank, because there's so much weight sitting right there. Everything is so low here. Oh, we got one. And basically it's good timing, and why I want to do it now is because this machine is one of those 72-hour imports or exports, whatever. So you cannot, I cannot cross until Thursday. I cannot cross the border until Thursday, but I got very good rate out of this broker. And permits are gonna be minimum cost because this thing is legal size. Sorry about that. I hate these boards. All right, we're gonna start the engine. But see, I cannot leave it like that, right? For him to drag this, it has to be locked. See, now it's unhooked. See, I try to find parking, so I drop my trailer. The trailer is, well, you cannot see it, it's somewhere there behind those trucks sitting in the middle. And I was not able to drop the trailer with the locked ride, you know, what do you call it? With the locked ride, you know, handle. Like, you're not supposed to drag it like that because the main hooks are off the beams at the bottom. So basically the only thing that holds the neck is that you know, safety pin in the back, and I guess that's how you can easily damage it, you know. Like, the trailer is loaded, right? The trailer itself is 33,000 pounds, and plus that machine is 45, right? So that's almost 80,000 pounds, and they wanted to drag it. And then, you know, after I tried to do it, you know, last time I think I did it, I put in you need bigger timbers. You know, when you put big timbers under there and then you drop the suspension, then you can get out from under the trailer and still have those locks, you know, the right height locks in, which means that everything is cool. The neck is solidly attached. But this time I didn't have these blocks, right? And I think the guy actually told me, he says, don't put it too high, you know. So remember, I did this at the Fontaine deal in Kitchener, and the guy says, yeah, just put it on blocks. And I had those big blocks when I had the drop side rail trailer, right? But now I don't carry those blocks because for me they're not necessary. And anyway, so I went over there. Basically, when you come in here, these guys are so busy. When you come in, you park your truck somewhere there, and then you walk back in here. Like next to that cart, there's a sign in the top says office driver check-in, and then you check in there. They tell you where to go, and they told me to park my truck in the middle there and then come back and do the paperwork here. And so when I was not successful in locking the neck, I went back in here and I said, you know what, guys, I don't want you to drag this trailer, you know, with a load on it. Because I just replaced that pin, right, that whole assembly, because it was bent. I said, I'll be somewhere nearby, right, because they said they'll do it tomorrow. They're too busy today, of course, and I was here, what, at like 2 o'clock already, you know. And so they will have somebody on it tomorrow morning to replace that, reinstall the shock and use a new bolt and a new spacer. And then I said, check the other one. If it's not cracked, leave it like that. If it's cracked, replace the bolt and the spacer. And so I told him, you know what, I'll be nearby. Just I gave him my business card. I said, you have my phone number. Just give me a call whenever you're ready to move this trailer into your shop, and I'll come over, and I'll be happy to hook up to it and just park it where you want it, right? I just said I would feel
really better if I do it instead of your truck that doesn't have any hydraulics, you know, like any hydraulic hoses. Anyway, and so the guy says, yeah, sure, no problem. They asked the manager, and the manager says, yeah, no problem. And so I went, asked him if they know of any truck stop over here, and we are near. So I loaded in Franklin Park, and actually, but this place is about 30 miles away from there. This is more like Naperville, Illinois, but we're still northwest of Chicago. And first, on the way here, I saw amazing fuel price, $2.52, you know. And of course I know it's Illinois. It's always biodiesel, and it's all like looks green, you know, but you cannot beat the price. And so when I dropped the trailer, I went back to that gas station. Of course they have these tiny hoses, 1/8 of an inch in diameter, and so I filled up both tanks, but it took me probably, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And then I went in search of a Walmart, because I saw a Walmart on Google Maps nearby, and it was like 1.5 miles away. So I went there, and I thought maybe I can park there, because there's all the truck stops are like 30 miles away, 40 miles away, you know, like south and north. There's nothing here. And I go to the Walmart, and there's like signs everywhere, no semi trucks, no trucks. Even the entrance to the Walmart, there's a sign, no trucks. I see another guy in there, also like a bobtail, no trailer. So I go park next to him, you know. I'm thinking, if they kick me out, I'll just go and, you know, I'll just go buy some food, right? Like, I have the right to shop there. It's not my fault that my vehicle is 10 times bigger than one of those Mazdas and Hondas, you know. Anyway, so I went in, got some food, and I got some food and went to look for the manager. And I asked the manager, I said, guys, I know there's signs on your property, no parking, but I said, I don't have a trailer. And I said, there's no truck stops over here. And I explained to them that, you know, I have to be in the morning, I have to go to the Fontaine dealer, just like 2 miles away. Would it be okay if I stay here, be quiet as a church mouse, you know, behave, don't bring any girls, you know, no loud music? And they said, okay, just park on the side, you know, far away from the building. I said, done. And I thought I was, you know, doing well. And then at the very end, the lady says, but Naperville PD comes over to check. She says, it's not us that signed that put in, that's the owner of the property. And so Naperville PD, police department, comes in to check on, you know, anything illegal going on here. And of course, you know, I don't want cops to wake me up at 2 in the morning and tell me to go. And so I called these guys over here. They gave me a invoice, and they gave me a business card, actually. Business card, they said, this is your contact. You know, very cool. This is your contact. This lady, she's, you know, kind of like a service department admin. You know, like she deals with paperwork and stuff. And they said, you can call her to check on the status of your order, or if you have any questions. And so I called her. I said, can you please help me out? I said, I cannot find any parking anywhere here. I said, oh, and I asked that small truck stop where I was buying fuel. I said, it's like pretty big property, you know, and again, I don't have a trailer, right? I could stop somewhere on the side. I said, would it be cool if I park overnight? Right away the guy says no. And so no over there, no at the Walmart, because I didn't want to deal with the police department, even though the manager said it was okay, right? And no truck stops. And so I asked him, I said, guys, I know you probably closed the gate, I know you don't want me to be inside the property, right? But is there any way I can park, you know, like I thought maybe over here. I saw some trucks on the other side of this fence. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm talking about all this, but you know, sometimes it's really a hassle, you know, just finding parking for your truck, even without a trailer, because you know, there's signs everywhere, right? No overnight parking on the street, you know. And this lady said, yeah, sure. She says, come at around 5 o'clock. Sorry, around 5 o'clock. And she says, park near the gate, like where I am right now. See, she says, most of the cars will be gone, because there was actually lots of cars here early in the day. And so I parked like that. And I don't know, I'll probably go, once all these guys are gone, I'll probably park somewhere there. Maybe over here. And then just, I don't know, get up in the morning. Oh, they open the gate at 7. So 7 o'clock I'll be able to get inside and park somewhere near my trailer. So, but yeah, I want that fixed, you know, because again, like I said, I already have all the paperwork. So yeah, I'll be able to cross into Canada only Thursday because of this. I don't know, usually they start this 72-hour clock before they get a truck, you know, like, because I don't know, just, you know, some people would ask them for more money because of this, but I tried, and they said, well, we told you, right? And I don't remember her telling me that. Well, she said it was a 72-hour thing, but I thought they would already started the clock, you know, like before she booked my truck. And turns out no, they only started the clock today, Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Thursday is the earliest I can cross, right? And so since I have all this time, I figured, you know, might as well take care of that shock bolt, because over there in Canada, again, I would have to go to a Fontaine dealer, and the nearest one to me is also like 30-40 miles away in Burlington, Ontario, and they have this tiny little yard, crazy traffic, always very, you know, it'll be a wasted day for me to go there and try to get this part. But these guys should be pretty good, right? So they said it's going to be done tomorrow. Those bolts are probably expensive, maybe, I don't know, 30-50 bucks, you know, plus that spacer. Not sure how it happened, you know. I'm thinking maybe it got cracked by that big fuel tank, 90,000 pounds. Or maybe if you go back and watch that excavator video when I was loading it, like the front dropped on the deck, like pretty hard, you know. And I'm thinking maybe that somehow damaged that bolt, and eventually just, you know, gave up. So I don't know, but like I said, I was in the same area, you know, chaining the axle, so I would have seen that shock if it was just hanging loose like it was yesterday. But that's it. So yeah, you saw the machine. This is what's happening, just taking care of some household chores, so to speak. We'll do the video later today, and then cross the border Thursday. I'll probably deliver, I don't know, either, well, Thursday I'll be somewhere, I mean Wednesday I want to be somewhere at the end of Michigan, right next to the border. So yeah, I'll probably deliver Thursday, because it's Cambridge is 2 hours from Port Huron, my yard, and then the place where I'm going, it's another hour, so it's only 3 hours from the border. So if I cross first thing in the morning, I'll deliver probably around lunchtime, around or after. But I'm not sure I want to look for loads on Friday, but I'll check. But I don't think there'll be any loads, but we'll see. And I've been thinking about my car, right? Because the car is already, you know, I have more than enough miles or kilometers on the odometer, so I can actually erase it, right? Because in winter I didn't have enough mileage. It wasn't broke in, but now it is. And if I have some free time on this weekend, I want to go and maybe find some, you know, racing track. And do some zoom, you know, in the Challenger. So stay tuned, more to follow. I'll show you, sorry I couldn't show you how the machine was being loaded, but I had to stop the guy. I started recording and then I had to stop the guy because he was hitting the trailer with those steel wheels, you know, which I was not too pleased with. So ciao, thanks for watching.